Okay. Anyway, it looks a little dark here. All right. Let's see. Well, yeah, so yeah, still a little dark. Anyway, choices. We a lot of times we we get into blaming. I don't know how exactly to put this, but we um we get into blaming other people for our circumstances, and sometimes, yes, it is true. Many times, it's true um, that we are in certain circumstances due to due to things beyond our control. Okay, but at the same time, do you stay in those circumstances? Do you stay in those situations? You have to, being a human being and thinking and having a mind, you have to be able to think your way out of those circumstances and situations that are detrimental to you. Okay, you have to see where you make your mistakes. You understand? And try not to repeat those same mistakes. You know, try to learn from your mistakes. Okay. um, you know, a lot of people have been talking about Kanye West statements about slavery being a choice. And from one perspective, you could say, no, it wasn't a choice, but you always have a choice. Me and my wife had the same discussion. You always have a choice. It's like if I know a guy who got off the bus one night, was walking home, and some young boys called him and stuck a gun in his face, told him to give up his wallet. And right then he had a choice: give up his wallet or fight them and potentially lose his life or get seriously injured. Well, he chose to give up his wallet, you know? And nobody can blame him for that choice. I wouldn't. So you always have a choice, just sometimes it's not good choices, you know? But you always have a choice, you know? Do it or don't do it, okay? Accept it or don't accept it. Fight it or don't fight it, you know? So, but what Kanye's statements, I think I understood his statements. And like I told my wife in our discussion about it, I was like, look, yeah, up, um, at this present time, in this day and time, we're choosing. We're choosing to be in the conditions that we're in because, back when I was a kid growing up, if you wanted to learn something, you wanted to know something, you had to, go to an encyclopedia or a dictionary or whatever to look for information. You had to do a lot of work. Nowadays, it's on your phone. You just Google it, YouTube it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of information out there that would be beneficial to us. We choose not to take it. We choose to waste our time and to spend hours on social media, uh, or in front of the television watching bullshit. Excuse my language. Watching stuff that's not going to benefit us at all. Just wasting hours upon hours upon hours when you could be uh, doing something beneficial for yourself and your family and your people. You see, we are choosing to be a part of the nonsense and the garbage. Okay, we're choosing. We'll sit there and we'll watch somebody, just a regular guy, on Instagram, or guy or girl on Instagram, and they may be making a paycheck, but we're not, and we waste hours and hours and hours doing this, and but those are our choices. We are choosing to be a part of this. Okay, um, so at this point in the game, yes, it's a choice. Okay, our ancestors didn't have much of a choice in their situations. Okay, they had choices too, but we have much better choices now. Okay, the whole world is open to you on the internet. Okay, you can choose to uh, start some kind of business or to study some particular type of information that will benefit you. You understand? Or you can choose to sit up and watch music videos all day. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's no room for entertainment. That's not what I'm saying. We're human beings. We need entertainment, but everything uh, should be done with moderation. Okay. I work, I have a job, but I can't work all the time, although it seems like I do, but I have to sleep, I have to eat, I have to spend time with my family, you know. So, my whole life can't be work. Okay. At the same time, my whole life can't be having fun and getting entertained, you know. So, at this point, given our situation and given how the world is open, very, very open now, and it has become very small, if we stay in the condition that we're in generally, because, all of us are not messed up, all of us are not living in bad economic situations, this, that, the other, but there's too many of us that still are. Um, we're choosing. We're choosing it. It is our choice. Okay. It is our choice. And many of us are choose. Like I told my wife, everybody's not going to get it. Everybody's not going to understand it. Okay. You can't save all your people, even within our own family. You know how hard it is to change someone's way of thinking? That's hard, man. And if they don't want to hear it and they don't want to change, ain't nothing you can do about it. You know, I got a friend of mine. Okay, I sell oils. I sell these fragrances here. But I got a friend of mine. He loves Kush, uh, but he'll buy Kush and then some other fragrance. So he calls me up the other day, a couple days ago. Yo, I need to get some more Kush, man. Da, 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 da. I need something else too. Okay. So anyway, um, I didn't think I was gonna be able to link up with him, but anyway, we was able to link up. So after I met him at his job. After he got off work, I had him two big bottles, one Kush, and I think the other one might have been Gucci Guilty or something like that. So anyway, but he's got his own hustles going on. He works for Walmart. That's his regular job, but he also does CDs, DVDs, and things of that nature. But prior to working a job, he was in the streets. And when his family got threatened by some people that she trusted, he decided no more the streets. I'm gonna get a job. I work like regular people, but at the same time, still got his hustle going on the side. as far as his CDs, DVDs, and whatnot. So anyway, me and him meet up, you know, and we kind of got the same situation going on. Like I work a regular job, plus I'd be out on the street selling my oils and my incense and things. But yeah, I started making incense now. I didn't have these before. Okay, so I got these now. Trying to increase the product line. Um, my wife also made this for me. It's like almost like a beard, but I don't know what all she got. And she put a few different things in here, but it's real nice. I like it. Um, but anyway, so talking with him, he was telling me that a Chinese guy that he knew, they developed some kind of relationship. So the Chinese guy took him to a meeting with other Chinese guys. He said he gets there with his friend, and everybody there all speaking Chinese. And I guess the Chinese guy that brought him was telling other Chinese, yo, chill out, he's cool. He's with me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, at this meeting, you know what they do? These Chinese guys meet up and they all put in a pot, a certain amount of money. And once it gets to a certain level that they all set, one individual of the group gets that money for business or, whatever. And I'm assuming it's for business. Okay. And they keep doing this process. They keep repeating this process. Okay. But see, these people are working together. They're playing as a team. In order for what? For them to gain economic progress in America, which is if you're going to establish business, if you're going to make money, this is the place to do it. Okay. So this is what these Chinese guys are doing. But that reminds me of a conversation I had with a guy that I used to work with, driving buses, a young Haitian guy. Okay. And they do the same thing. Okay. It's a group of them, and every paycheck, they put a certain amount of money in the pot. And when it hits a certain level, one member of the group gets that pot. Okay. And they keep repeating this process. Okay. Our problem is, like I said, we choose to stay in the situation that we're in. Okay. I don't care what kind of job you have. I don't care where you work, but working a little bit, saving a little bit, investing a little bit over a long period of time will get many of us out of our current depressed economic situations. Okay. But it's hard to change people's way of thinking. So at this point in the game, we are choosing to be slaves. You see, we are choosing to be slaves. Okay. This is our choice. We can make different choices. I ride through certain parts of Tampa, man, and I see businesses all over the place. Okay. You go through certain parts of Tampa, and these Latinos got certain areas sold up business-wise. Now, I ain't talking about multi-million-dollar corporations. I'm talking about just regular mom and pop businesses. Okay, you ride through our community, you ride through the black areas. Okay, and I ain't gonna say all, but most of the businesses that are operating in those areas are owned and operated by other people. You go in the Latin areas, and most of the businesses in those areas are owned and operated by them. Okay, it's obvious, it's plain as day. But this is not 50, 60 years ago. Okay, where if you were trying to do something and white folks just decided, you know what, we had enough of this nigga, we're gonna go shut this place down, we're gonna burn it down, we're gonna do whatever. It's not that time. And maybe at that time, okay, maybe you had some excuse as to why you couldn't come up economically. But nowadays, right now, it's your choice. You can stay in the situation that you're in and cry about what the white man won't let you do. Or, you grew up in impoverished circumstances and you just couldn't climb out or whatever. You can sit around and complain about it, or you can get up off your ass and make it happen. The thing is, you have to be patient. The thing is, you have to be consistent. You see, the thing is, you have to learn how to work through adversity. learn, work through setbacks. You understand? You got to figure out, okay, there's a roadblock here. There's a fence in my way. Do I dig under the fence? Do I go over the top? Or do I just break a hole in it and go through it? You understand what I'm saying? But it's all on you. It's all on you, what you do. And, you know, yeah, we know what has been done to us here as a people, but we got to stop leaning on that and crying about that and get up off our asses and make it happen. The world is open. You see, these other people, they're playing as a team. They're working together. Haitians, they black just like you. Okay. And they come in here, but they playing as a team. I've seen several Haitian-owned restaurants around Tampa within the last 2, 3 years just pop up out of nowhere. And not just restaurant stores, groceries, you know, but they're playing as a team. Okay. We want to be individuals. You understand? It's like I said, it's hard to change people's way of thinking. It's hard. I know, because just dealing with family members, it is hard. Okay. I had one family member come to me and talk to me about investing in a marijuana business. He said, you know, it's coming. So, you know, I need, you know, X amount of thousand. Okay. But at the same time, what I would say to him is, I'm already working on business. Okay. And how many of the family is coming to me and saying, yo, man, you know, I want to invest with you. I want to take this to the next level. None. Not even him. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, so I understand what Kanye was saying to a great extent. And what he's saying, I believe to be true. Maybe you can make the argument that 60 years ago it wasn't true. Okay, we didn't have a choice. 100 years ago we didn't have a choice. You know, 200 years ago we didn't have a choice. But you remember what he said? He said over 400 years. Over 400 years, we haven't been in physical slavery over 400 years. You see what I'm saying? He's talking about right now. This is still going on. You are still locked in these situations. That sounds like a choice. You see? Because if you listen closer to the TMZ interview, he talked about being in mental prison. You understand? And right now we are in mental prison. You know, we don't want to save. We don't want to hold on to our money. We don't want to invest the money, make the money work for us. We want to take that money and go out and buy something flashy so we can look cool and look fly. You understand? We don't want to delay the gratification till later. We want to get the gratification right now. I got to go out and buy this fly outfit so I can go to the club and look fly. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of investing that $200 and turning that 200 into 250 or 300 or 400 later on. You want to spend that 200 right now. You see what I'm saying? Man, these shoes look nice, man. How much are they? 150? Let me go get them. Instead of taking that 150 and turning it into 300. You understand? But all of this takes place in our heads first. Your thoughts first. Everything takes place right there. You know, I'm trying to change the way of thinking of my kids, man. You understand? Trying to change the way of thinking of my children. And that's hard. I'm telling you, that's hard. You know, that's hard as hell. You know, these are people that you deal with on a regular basis. You know, some of them live with you. You know what I'm saying? Or you see them, like I said, pretty regular. But how many of them are really understanding what you're trying to give them? Man, that's hard. You know. You would think they would be the first ones to get it. You would think they would be the first ones to see your work ethic. You understand? And say, look, See, my dad's constantly working. He's constantly grinding. He's always on the grind, hustling all the time. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you think they would recognize that and say, you know what? Next time I get paid, I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna invest some money with pops. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can take two and make it four. I can take four and make it eight. But if I take two and make it four, and I take that four and make it eight, that takes time. It doesn't happen right away. And then as it happens, I'm constantly reinvesting in the business. You see, let's say if I had not tried, had I not got these incense to start making incense, then I'd probably have over 100 fragrances. I know before I was right, like 80, 90, whatever, but I think right now I'm at about 95, 96 different fragrances. But at the same time, I had to go invest some money in these incense, to get that popular. Because the objective for me is to make money without actually having to go and work for the money. So as I'm out on my regular job, I still want to be making money over here, over here, over here, and over here, But it's difficult, when you're dealing with people that have ingrained thought patterns and mentalities. It's difficult to get them to really get what you're saying, to really see your vision. You understand? It's hard. But progress is being made. And the main thing is to be consistent and to be persistent. You see, that's the thing. You got to be consistent and you got to be persistent. That's why I listen to Jeezy a lot. I listen to Nipsey Hussle a lot. I listen to Earl Nightingale, believe it or not. But I don't see much difference between what Earl Nightingale is saying and what Jeezy and Nipsey and these cats. I don't see much difference in what they're saying. Earl Nightingale, he talks about the laws of physics and how every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But for us, which means that you have to pay the price to get to where you want to get to in life, to achieve the goals and things that you set for yourself. Okay. But in Nipsey Hussle's song, Grinding All My Life, what he say? He said, hustle paid the price through hard work and determination and consistency and staying on his grind, So, what Jesus saying, hustler's ambition. I grind like it's 10 of me. I swear God is just one. I mean, you could take those same ideas and, apply them to anything. You ain't got to be in the streets, But anyway, getting back to what Kanye said, yeah, it's our choice. Right now, it's our choice. Right now, it's your choice. It's all up to you. So I do agree with what Kanye is saying. It's a choice. Now, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 60 years ago, yeah, the situation was quite different with our people. But right now, the world is open to you. The internet has made the world a worldwide marketplace that's open 24 hours a day. Okay, so if we stay in mental slavery now, it is our own choice and our own fault. Okay, and that's just what it is. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.